Hey YouTube, it's Jordan. So I just wanted to come out with a video talking about the progression of BDO and how the progression works in this game. So we're actually going to draw a paint picture because I love doing paint. Um, and basically BDO, BDO is a horizontal progression game. And what that means is basically the way progression works in this game. If I can get off this text. How do we get off this? Stop it. There we go. This is the way the progression works. It's just very horizontal. Okay. And we have three different things to account for the horizontal progression. So we have active play, we have semi-active play, and we have contribution or passive money. Passive, or I'll just call it contribution passive. And everything works the same. So essentially, right, active play, this could be something like grinding, right? You have grind, hunt, gather as active play. Then we also have, and the way it works is basically the way you kind of want to think is like right here is going to be like your brand new player. Okay. So actively, if you're an active hunter, you're an active grinder, you're an active gatherer, and you're a beginner player, you know, you're looking at making maybe like, we'll just say like 500 mil an hour. Okay. And then once you get to mid game, if I can draw, here we go. Once you get to mid game, and this is where a lot of people will get to. Like, I would say the majority of the player base will eventually get to like around this area. So we'll just say mid game is like anywhere between 1.5 to 2 bill an hour. Okay. Or we'll do 2.5. You get the gist. So this is active play. If we come up here, and then end game. Okay, end game, we're looking at a cap of maybe, we'll just say anywhere between 3 and like 4 bill an hour is usually where end game is at. So BDO is a horizontal progression game, right? When you start off as a brand new player, you get to mid game, and then you have the end game. And the same works for semi-active play, right? Which usually semi-active is a lot of like life skill stuff. Because grinding, you can't semi-active grind. There is no semi-active grinding. And same thing with contribution. So, or passive money, right? So the more contribution you have, the more passive money you make, and the more Imperials you can turn in. Okay. Hold on. Gotta make this real quick while doing this video. So that's the way horizontal progression works with active play. And it's the same thing with CP, right? If I was to do CP, right, this is a brand new player, you're going to have like 100 contribution points. And you're looking at maybe making like 100 mil a day passively. And then if we come over here, maybe this is 300 CP. You're looking at maybe roughly around 300 mil a day, right? So if you get to say 300 300 contribution. And that's sort of like the mid-game area. And then you have the end game, right? The end game passive money. So we will put 600 CP, which I don't even think anyone's there yet. But then you're looking at like minimum 600 mil a day. Okay. And that's just from node money. That's not including contribution money or Imperial money. So if we come like over here and we go over to say cooking Imperial, and we'll just pick, we'll pick Valencia meal just as an example. So if you had 100 contribution, you could make 50 boxes, right? So per day, you're only getting 67 mil, basically 41 mil profit. 41 mil profit. If you had 200 CP, then you're getting 80 mil profit. If you had, say, 400 contribution, then you're getting 167 mil per day just from cooking Imperials. Granted, this is 2,700. I'm just going to put 3K so you can see the money difference. So like, for example, 174, if I only invest, 2,000 into cooking, you're losing out on 20 mil per day, basically. Or 140 mil per week. But it keeps scaling, right? So the higher your contribution, the more boxes you can turn in. If you're 600 contribution, then you're making 261 mil profit per day. So hopefully that makes sense. On top of your worker money per day. So that's the way this game works. And you kind of want to play this game to how you can play, or however you want to play the game, right? If you want to just only play actively, just understand that if you choose only grinding, hunting, gathering to do in the game, then you might be neglecting all the other aspects of the game. So, for example, maybe you're taking a break to go eat and you don't do anything in the game, right? Then you're not progressing. You're going to progress slower than people who have, say, life skill gear and they're doing semi-active stuff while they're taking breaks. So that's the way this game kind of works, is you have active play, you have semi-active, and then you have passive play. So hopefully that makes sense. It's all linear progression, horizontal progression, whatever you want to call it. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.